Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, they're just 165 days until Christmas 2021. Oh, and I already see many of our friends are with us this morning. It's great to see you all. Mark and Gray, Abby, hello. And we've had Matt's Lego films in here. I saw that, and a new visitor, Daniel Fisher. Hello. Oh, good to see you, Daniel. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got some exciting things to talk about. Brandon Voss, hello. Good to see you. And of course, for Cuchella Lopez, thank you, sir, for being here. It's great to see you all. We do have some very, very exciting news today, and I got it just before the live stream started. I was getting everything together, and I got an email from YouTube, said everything's approved. We're all good to go. And so monetization has been enabled for the channel. We're able to start getting things set up for our channel memberships. We're going to be able to start taking in super chats and all of that kind of thing, so that we can begin our toy giveaways. As we've talked about before, we're getting all the information together. I'm a little bit rushed today. There's some things going on here at the Santa household, at the Claus household. We've got some things going on here. So I'm a little bit rushed. We're going to have to go a little bit short today. Got some folks coming here, going to show up in just a little bit. So we'll visit with you all. We've got some fun things to talk about. Oh, Matt's Lego film, saw an ad come up. Oh, it's already working. Oh my goodness. So that's very exciting. You guys, this is a major milestone. I couldn't have done. I couldn't have imagined that we would have done it like this. We have made it like this. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. We have a tremendous community building in Discord. You guys have been great here in the chat. We've had folks that we've seen in other places who are fans of Star Wars, who aren't necessarily fans of the sequels. Santa's a big fan of the sequels, but we have very nice, very mutually respected conversations. Respectful, right? We're respectful one another, even though we don't necessarily see the eye to eye. Abby is one of our that doesn't see everything eye to eye with Santa, but she's absolutely been tremendous here. And you know what? Even Mark Hamilton has pushed me along, led me along, encouraged me. Mark has been absolutely critical to everything that I've done here. Absolutely critical. He is my right-hand man. He's behind the scenes, doing more than you guys know, more than you know. He is really there for me every day, encouraging me, helping me, and really getting this community set up. Mark, I can't thank you so much. You've been just a tremendous person, and you know what you mean to me. You're fantastic. So, Mark, and of course, yeah, we've got lots of folks here. Dale's here. Kev, good to see you. Good to see you. And you guys are all just wonderful. I'm so excited. And, Santa's birthday is coming up on the 22nd. We're going to have a big celebration. And hopefully we'll get Theory in here. Well, hopefully we'll get Josh Lucas from the Den of Nerds, and we'll have the EPs from the Den. I've invited Al and Lavis and Ryan. Hopefully we'll be able to get hold of them. And I've got other friends I'm going to be reaching out to try to get invited into that celebration stream. Oh, Matt, I bet Santa gets more views than Josh. Oh, I don't know about that. But I understand he had troubles today. I haven't been able to watch The Black Widow yet. So every time I see a video come up that's about The Black Widow, I'm like, Santa better step back just a little bit, and I'll wait for that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get there. But today I understand he had some problems. Jacob, hello. Good to see you here. Hello there. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. We do have some fun things to talk about today, and I put the in the description: safe bet or risky speculation. There's been some things come out over the weekend and the last little bit, and here we like to be very, very clear about what's speculation, what's rumor, and what's a leak. And there's big differences. Some people see leaks or rumors as things that have been confirmed, and then they get their hopes set on them, and then they get Mephistoed. And then you see you see people get upset because what they thought was going to happen, what they had anticipated happen, what they had kind of set their hopes on happening didn't come to fruition, and then they get upset and rant about it for days and days. Right, Josh? Right. That's really good. So, you guys, I do want to talk about some of these rumors and speculation and work our way through it. And I put a link in. One of the first topic we're going to be talking about is with the Acolyte, and it's Bespin Bulletin released some. Oh, Matt, Mark, absolutely nothing worse than getting Ezra and Sabine. I was able to call Josh on that, out on that, and I trolled him for several days. It was so much fun to give Josh a hard time about, where were Ezra and Sabine? He said that they were going to be in season 2 of The Mandalorian. And so I kept saying, I just watched last night's episode. I didn't see Ezra or Sabine in it at all. And of course, at the end of the season, I was able to troll Josh again. So much fun. a lot of entertainment. So nothing worse than getting Ezra and Sabine or getting boned. And Stan has already set himself up to be trolled there, as well as we get Astro Boy in the visions. So I'm worried about some of my friends here who give me a hard time all the time anyway, and that when we get Astro Boy and visions, that they'll be trolling me. So that's okay. It's good fun amongst friends, So there is some so Bespin Bulletin. They're really reliable as far as when they release leaks and rumors, those kind of things. They have a really good track record. And we were talking with our friend last week about some Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net and Bespin Bulletin. He has a really high regard for them as well. And so I thought today we would have a topic discussion on safe bet or risky speculation. So there's several things. These first two from the Acolyte come from Bespin Bulletin. They have a podcast that they do called Bob. That podcast, the link is in the description here. They were talking about the Acolyte and how Yoda is rumored to be in it, and that's a pretty he said it may not even be rumored. So they were like, oh, big leak, big leak. You're confirming Yoda will be in the Acolyte. And here's what I would say. The Acolyte is supposed to be in the waning days of the High Republic, towards the end of the High Republic. And we've got this dark side entity. And we don't know too much more beyond that, right? Leslie Headland is the showrunner for it. And there's all that stuff about Leslie and her writing room and all of that. We're here we're going to talk more about the content itself. So we don't know the exact time frame of when it is set. The waning years of the High Republic, towards the end of the High Republic. If you've been reading the High Republic, the comics and those novels, then you know that Yoda has already been in there. So Yoda is in the High Republic. The waning years, the end of the High Republic, it would, to me, be a safe bet to say that Yoda will be in the Acolyte. look, it's Star Wars and it's Yoda. Why wouldn't Yoda be in it is the bigger question, right? Yoda is such a prominent figure all the way from, the High Republic. He was already a well-renowned Jedi Master. And the waning years, of course, following that, we go right into the prequel era. Yoda's prominent through that whole era. And the original trilogy era, of course, right at the end of Yoda's natural life. Then he goes on to, even in the sequel era, Yoda is present as part of the cosmic force. So, of course, Yoda would be in it. I think it's a safe bet, absolutely safe bet here that Yoda will be in the Acolyte. And the folks over at Bespin Bulletin alluded to that as much. And it's still, I think, unconfirmed. Like, it's not a complete, like, we know for sure, or it's not a leak. It's heavily rumored. And I think it's a safe bet, my friends. I think it's a safe bet. Yoda in the Acolyte. I don't know how young he would be. So Matt says a young Yoda would be awesome. In the High Republic comics, where you see him there, he's already like a full mature adult. Younger Yoda would be even before that, right? He's a really old dude. So he's already a Jedi Master in the High Republic era. You'd have to go back before the High Republic to get into young Yoda, maybe just like a Padawan Yoda or a Jedi Knight Yoda. You'd have to go even further back. So this is at the very end of the High Republic era. It would be Jedi Master Yoda, and certainly in his prime, right? So Mark says, remember when Yoda gives Mace that look in the prequel, talking about the Sith returning? Yes. I totally think that Yoda's been withholding the truth. It's in his character. It's what he does. You watch the Clone Wars animated series, you see Yoda is guilty even in there of not telling everything he knows. And in that scene that you're talking about in the movie, where he kind of looks at Mace Windu like, yeah, you and I know something they don't know. So that would be really good. Brandon, he'd be 700 to 800 ish. That was before, right? That's in 800 years old. Right? That's in the original trilogy era. So here it'd be maybe more like 600, 650, 700. Yeah. Right. He's still not a young chipper guy, right? Prime, right? Real baby Yoda. How about that? We could get a real baby Yoda. That would be well before the High Republic. Oh, that would be great. Kendall, hello. Normies to nerds. Good to see you here, Kendall. Thanks so much for coming in. So, right, I think, Iman, good to see you. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Thanks for stopping in. So here we are. Safe bet or risky speculation. Yoda in the Acolyte. It's got to be a safe bet. Safe as you can get, right? The next one, safe bet or risky speculation. Acolyte, Plagueis. Now, this has been a good bit of speculation for some time, right? People have been saying, the Acolyte, we got to get Plagueis. People are dying to get Plagueis. And ever since Sheev was talking to Anakin and said, have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, right? Or the tragedy of Plagueis. Hey, there's Sheev the Wise here with us in the chat. So ever since we heard Sheev talking to Anakin about Plagueis, then people have been saying Plagueis for everything. Of course, Snoke was going to be Plagueis, and people have speculated about all kinds of other figures being Plagueis. This person, that person, the other person, Plagueis. Everywhere Plagueis. The tragedy of Sheev the Wise in his predictions, right? The tragedy of Sheev the Wise in his predictions. I can't beat Santa. So I don't think Sheev has beat Santa a single week. You tied with me one week, but you haven't beat Santa a single week on predictions yet. The tragedy of Sheev the Wise, the poor predictor. I got to give Sheev a hard time. I absolutely love Sheev, a great friend. I can't wait to do more videos with him. We've got to make this a regular thing where the two of us are bantering back and forth on a regular basis. And of course, I can't wait to see Santa's winter cabin there at Vader's lair. I'm absolutely excited to see that as well. Yeah, the tragedy of Sheev the Wise in his 1 a.m. streams, right? He's almost as bad as Disney Plus in their 3 a.m. Releases. Sheev the Wise in his 1 a.m. YouTube videos, right? The opera scene set up Plagueis so well. We cannot not get him, right? We can't not get him. Lucasfilm would be daft not to give us the big P. Plagueis, the big P. Let's see. I'm interested in visions. It reminds me of animated, right? Hey, hot dang, Elvis is here. Hello there, Greg. Good to see you, my friend. We've got to get another stream with Darth Elvis as well. I had so much fun the last time that we were able to visit. I'm anxious to do that again as well. So, safe bet or risky speculation on Plagueis being in, is that his rapper name? The Big P. Plagueis, the Big P. You almost coaxed me into trying to do a little, but no, that would be terrible. Not going to do that. Right. So, to me, I put it in between. I think gray, risky is somewhat true. I would not put my hopes and dreams on seeing Plagueis in the Acolyte. However, I think it's possible we might get him. So yeah, I'm with you. Matt's Lego Films. His rapper name is Lil P. Yeah, don't do it, Santa. I won't, Mark. Plagueis. I think it's a risky speculation. I'll be honest with you on this. I really don't know that that we've got enough information about bringing Plagueis in. Of course, the opera scene there where Sheev talks about him, it would be great to see him. And right. This is my worry, Mark, though, right? The fanboy dreams crushed. I worry that we will end up with another one of these Mephistos, right? So I'd be really worried about putting too much hopes and dreams into seeing Plagueis show up. Only to have those crushed because the story goes a different direction. I think Yoda being in there is a sure bet. I feel confident with that. But until we get more information, I'm just not willing to throw Plagueis in Acolyte into a sure bet yet, right? Love your stuff. You know what? I absolutely love Darth Elvis's stuff, and YouTube knows it. And they keep recommending the same videos for me to watch over and over every day. And I absolutely love it. I love Darth Elvis's music, and I'm addicted to it. It's really good. Plagueis dropping those sick bars. That's really good. They're trying to get away from the Emperor and his story now. I think they will too, eventually, Gray. But I also agree with Mark in saying that it would be almost foolhardy for them not to bring in Plagueis into canon fully. Like, give us some Plagueis. Since he was already mentioned by Sheev, you could bring him in the Acolyte, depending on where it's set. And again, I've heard people say that it's as early as like 50 BBY, and I'm like, ooh, I think that's aggressive. To me, it feels like it could be a lot further back than that. And if you go a lot further back, then Plagueis wouldn't exist yet. And until we get locked down firm, and I've had arguments with people who say, no, Santa, it's this this date. And I'm like, I haven't seen that. When they say it's in the waiting years of the High Republic, what's the gap between the end of the High Republic and the prequels? Right? Some people seem to think that they coincide. The end of the High Republic and the prequels coincide. I wouldn't be so sure. I haven't seen that spelled out, that there could be a gap of time in between the High Republic and the prequels. So just caution, right? So this is why we're having this discussion today. My worry is they'll screw him up. That's Phil. I think a lot of people always get concerned when you take a fan favorite, Plagueis being one, but there's Darth Revan. Revan is another one that's been rumored over and over and over again. That scares the daylights out of me, right? It scares me because he's loved so much. Take Darth Bane. There was that big rumor that came out about a year ago of all these Darth Bane rumors, and people were really getting excited about Darth Bane. I worry about that as well. When you take these big iconic characters that for sort of the sweaty fans, right? Fans that have been really deep into Star Wars lore for a long time, and you bring them into live action, present them to the normies, it can make it very difficult and fracturing, right? We already know that the nature of the internet these days, the nature of the culture we live in, is to get absolutely worked up over nothing. And so you bring somebody in like that, and you can really set yourself up for a big fight. And it does worry me. Let's get caught up. Oh my goodness. What else we got here? Oh, I'm falling behind. I am falling behind. Oh, Sheev is canon. That's technically Plagueis is canon. Right. He is canon. But we haven't seen him, right? And in fact, we don't even know, from the mention of him in the opera scene, we don't know that he's Mun, right? In canon, he wouldn't have to be Mun even. And there's been some talk about maybe he's not. So again, if you make him not canon and you make him not Mun, you make him not Mun, but he's canon, and you change his character around, it could be a nightmare, right? I think you need to stick with more or less what we see in the Plagueis novel, which to me is more about Sheev than it is about Plagueis. But in any event, I would stick with him being Mun, and I would stick with more or less what's in the Plagueis novel. What about Tenebrous? There you go. There you go, Dale. You're Dale's on the right path, right? I think we could get Tenebrous. And if not Tenebrous, we could introduce Tenebrous toward the end. And the series that comes after the Acolyte could be the era that includes Tenebrous and eventually Plagueis. So Acolyte does not have to be that era. We don't know yet. And so Tenebrous would absolutely be dope to put. Right. I'm on board to seeing Tenebrous, and that's again why I'm not willing to put Plagueis in the sure bet. I would love for Plagueis to be fully canon. Yeah. Reference, don't think they're going to make a show about it. It could be wrong, right? We'll have to just see how that goes. For those that don't know, Sheev the Wise started as my rapper name. Oh, that's great. That's great. Anthony, so excited they decided to show my favorite character from Rebels. Oh, you must be talking about Hera. We'll get into Hera here in just a little bit. Iman, does anyone remember Star Wars gangster rap parody from the early 2000s? I do not, Iman. Let's see. Plagueis could be the Acolyte, or someone who's vying to be the Acolyte. It could be. We just don't know yet. The thought is that Plagueis, or that the Acolyte will be female centric, right? That's what we've all heard, and that it will involve a female character. So until we learn more, right? Daniel, I'm not going to say it. I'll just highlight it. How about that? Technically, Darth Bane was made canon. That's true too. That's absolutely true, Phil. And wasn't one of them? Who was it? Was it Bane or was it Revan? That's in the statues in Rise of Skywalker. Right now I'm drawing a blank, and I'm wanting to think that it was Revan that's in those statues, but I could be wrong. It's Keanu Reeves plays Revan. It's a no lose situation. Greg, we talked about this in one of my other streams with a magic maker. You could just print the money. You get Keanu Reeves as Revan. You get what's the other guy's name as Revan's the bald guy with the big mask, right? The guy, like that dude, right? You get him in all the, but print the money, absolutely print the money. Acolyte, it seems like it's not going to be good. Well, crew, I won't know. It depends who you listen to, right? It could absolutely be fire. It could be one of the best series we've ever gotten in Star Wars. Leslie Headland seems to have the right amount of Star Wars sweaty in herself. She's been a Star Wars fan since she was a young girl, and she is deep into a lot of the lore. She's read the comics, she's read the books, she's played the video games, and she's played the board games, right? She's played the games. So all of that together, Leslie is the right kind of director to bring in, and her writer's room has got that controversy over the one person who had known it, blah blah blah, and all these questions that people keep bringing up about her being lesbian and trying to bring in the LGBTQ plus representation. All of that is a distraction from what the story itself is maybe being built to be. And I'm still excited for the Acolyte and Leslie's reverence for George Lucas. She herself considers herself an acolyte of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. She's a huge fan of what they've done, and she's trying to model after them. So all of that seems good to me. So I don't know that I would say it's not going to be good. I am very high on the Acolyte still yet, until I see reason not to be. Now, does that mean there are not some red flags? No, there are certainly some red flags, but to me, they're not major enough yet. But there's things to just stay aware of and kind of be aware of. Keanu Reeves can't be Revan. No one takes him seriously. Oh, I don't know about that either, crew. Coming in with some hot takes. Keanu Reeves has earned his cred in that series where he's the assassin. And again, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. I didn't prepare my Keanu Reeves knowledge bank there. He and people have been clamoring to get him as Revan for some time. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Astro Boy. Astro Boy will be Plagueis in canon. And the world will melt for once legitimately. If they make Plagueis Astro Boy, Santa will have a red-eyed rage video for sure, right? Want to talk about Hera so bad. We're going to get to Hera in just a second. Hey, All New Nerds is here. Hello, friends. Good to see you. Bean, Tom Hardy. Yes. Yeah. Malik is who I was thinking of, right? You got it, Brandon. Dale, I'll be back. Don't talk about anything important. Well, what do we do while we wait for Dale to come back? We'll have fun. Yeah, Tom Hardy is Malik. Is Hera the best pilot in the galaxy, second only to the Skywalkers? Ooh, I don't know. You'd have to throw in there our boy from the sequels, right, Ama? You'd have to pick out Poe Dameron for sure. Poe Dameron might be the best pilot in the galaxy, period. Right? So we might have to deal with that. Sheev, Revan, Bane, and I think Nihilus are canon from episode 9 books. Yeah, good point. Good point. A brief cameo of Bane played by Mark Hamill in the Clone Wars. Yes. She does have that one non-Star Wars buddy. So many people concerned. Right. There's a red flag right there, right? So you say, okay, there's one red flag. Another is, will she try to bring in the agenda, right? Will she try to bring identity politics in agenda? Those are so, yeah, that's it. John Wick. Thank you, Phil. John Wick. Keanu Reeves has been killing it in the John Wick movies. If you haven't watched those, do yourself a favor and do it. And John Wick is what gives people this vision of him being Revan. And he is taken very seriously as a action warrior kind of character because of his role as John Wick. That's it. He's amazing. Everybody takes him serious. And if you go back, to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, maybe, but he's matured past that. John Wick, Keanu, legend since Neo the Matrix, right? Hera is one fire pilot. There you go, Kendall. Yeah. Vanessa, hello. Well, thank you for coming in. Congrats on the 4,000 hours. Yes, the memberships are coming. We'll be building those out very soon. And so we're excited that everything's been approved today. We're fully approved. We're up and running. So the monetization is in place. Now we just have to set up those membership levels, get the badges all set up. There's some homework we have to do on the back end, but we'll be getting there very quickly. But yeah, forgot about Poe, but Hera is pretty good. Yes, she is. She's an amazing pilot. So you guys keep bringing her up. Let's go on. So safe bet. Oh, wait, hold on. Safe bet or risky speculation? Live action Hera Syndulla in Andor. So I was watching the Star Wars News Network's video from this morning. Star Wars News Network, they do very good work there. Big fan of their show. Kindle, let me super chat. We're working on it, Kindle. It's coming. Yeah. So Andor series, live action Hera Syndulla in Andor. Safe bet or risky speculation? Here, I'll agree with the folks over at Star Wars News Network. I believe that it's a safe bet. I feel like this is a safe bet. We have seen young Hera in the Bad Batch, and I feel like things aren't going to go well for her mom this week. Tragic story coming. We know it's coming. And so I feel like her mom isn't going to fare well this Friday. But young Hera Syndulla has been set up in the Bad Batch. Hera, her name was mentioned in Rogue One, right? So you can hear it on the speaker. So Rogue One, of course, Andor set just before Rogue One, and I think that it's a safe bet that Hera Syndulla will be in live action Andor. Now, I see that Matt says good speculation, but not safe bet. It's in the middle. Let me go back to Anthony. How about Coleman Trevor for the Acolytes live action series? Coleman Trevor. I don't know, Anthony. I'm not familiar with the name. But Mark, Hera confirmed, right? Kendall, give it to me, please. It would make sense. We saw Chopper in Rogue One too. Yes, we did see live action Chopper in Rogue One. I think Hera is in the right place. Got to remember, Rogue One is kind of sandwiched there with Rebels. Rebels, look, Hera is Rebels, right? So think about where Andor fits in there with Rebels and Rogue One. Hera is all over that, right? You don't know Coleman Trevor? No, I don't. Sheev. Uh-oh. I can see that Santa's in trouble. I'm going to have to, Coleman. I don't know who that is. Coleman Trevor. Who is Coleman Trevor? Wikipedia. Male Verk Jedi Master, served as member of the High Council prior to the Clone Wars during the Battle of Geonosis. Let's see what we got. I don't know the dude. Let's bring. Oh, look at that! And now I've seen his face. He's got that pointy, tall head. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Aiden says Hera, safe bet, right? I think that Hera is a safe bet. Let's see. Sheev, I think Hera is also a super safe bet in Ahsoka. Oh, I agree with you, Sheev. I think she's a super safe bet there, and that she will be, and it was rumored before, but Rangers of the New Republic was supposed to involve Hera in live action, and that she could very well be the star now that the whole deal with Cara Dune is going a different direction. So we could see Hera as the lead for Rangers of the New Republic, and that would be really good. Give us the whole Ghost crew. Yes. Kendall, I just want to say we got Luke and Mando. Anything's a safe bet. Whoa, good point, Kendall. Well, I don't know about safe bet, right? When I say safe bet, I just don't want to get ourselves put in trouble. Will Morgan, there you go. Live action Chopper or we riot. There you go. There you go. Easter eggs in Rogue One were clues. Yes, Aiden, I agree. Let's see here. We might Star Wars. That was a weird autocorrect. I'm giving you a hard time. Coleman Trevor's a prequel meme because he dies right away to Django. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he comes out there on the podium when Django's there with Count Dooku, and he comes out, and then Django shoots him. That's good. You're back, Dale. You're back. So we're talking about Hera. That is it a safe bet or risky speculation that live action Hera Syndulla will be in the Andor series? Santa, as well as many here, are going with safe bet that we get live action Hera in Andor. There are a few of us here who think that it's a speculation, and a few who are sort of middle of the road. But Santa is going with safe bet for Hera Syndulla in Andor. So here we go. We've got a couple more. These come off of Star Wars Meg's video over the weekend, and she was talking about the book of Boba Fett, and the rumored leak here or speculation. And I think she did a real good job of pointing out rumor and taking things with a big grain of salt, that kind of thing. I like to call it speculation. Luke Skywalker in the book of Boba Fett. Of course, we had the big Luke Skywalker reveal at the end of Mandalorian season 2. Spoiler! Oh no, Santa gave away the end of Mando season 2. Santa canceled. Oh my goodness. I just got monetized and got myself in trouble just like that. But Luke Skywalker at the end of Mando season 2, Book of Boba Fett follows right after that. What is the what side would you take here? Risky speculation or safe bet that we get Luke Skywalker in the Book of Boba Fett? Ooh, this one's a little harder, my friends. The others have been fairly straightforward. This one here, I feel mixed, because we last saw Grogu leave with Luke, and we're going to talk about Djarin and Grogu being rumored in the Book of Boba Fett. If we see Djarin and Grogu, what are the chances that we also see Luke Skywalker? Santa is, I'm going to take the risky speculation. The only reason I say risky is because of the hopes and dreams of fans. The hopes and dreams of fans. Not that it's not likely he'll show up, but my goodness, if you get your hopes and dreams set on it and he doesn't, I don't want you all to be Mephistoed. I don't want you to be Mephistoed. I don't want you to be angry and upset after the season, thinking that we were going to get him and we didn't. So I'm going here risky speculation because of the potential for him not being in, and for the disappointment and letdown for people who feel like they really want him to be there. So I'm going to go risky speculation here for Luke Skywalker, but that leads us into two others. And the first is Din Djarin. Din Djarin, there's been some talk that not only did John Wayne's grandson spend some time on the set of Book of Boba Fett, but also Pedro Pascal spent several days there filming. And so since that was not Mando Season 3 filming, or that's the speculation that it wasn't Mando Season 3 filming, then it would lead us to believe that Din Djarin will be in the Book of Boba Fett. And so this to me feels like it's a safe bet. Yeah, I agree with you all. Mark says, yeah, Mark already touched. Yeah, Wayne's grandson basically let the cat out of the bag on Din. Right. Yeah, I think Din will be in it. Aiden, safe bet. Anthony, 50-50 on Hera being in Andor, but definitely in Ahsoka. Kendall, safe bet on Din Djarin being in the Book of Boba Fett. Dale, Din is in. Oh, good line, Dale. Din is in. Safe bet. Safe bet. Safe bet agreed. Safe bet alert. Din is a safe bet. Everybody's agreed. We've got like 100%, 100% Din Djarin safe bet to be in the Book of Boba Fett Season 3, which leads us to our last on the list this morning to go through. Grogu. What about Grogu in the Book of Boba Fett? Now this goes right along. There you go, Mark. Mark your bingo sheets. Santa bringing up Paper Moon. It's your free space right in the middle. Check. Santa bingo. Right. Paper Moon. And I brought this up last week with Jason Ward, and Jason hadn't heard the story, but last year Kathleen Kennedy did an interview that blew up for other reasons. But if you go read the full interview in the direct, you can see where she said she was talking to Jon Favreau, and Jon told her that he based The Mandalorian off of the Paper Moon, that movie. And that movie ends with the again, spoiler, giving away the end of Paper Moon. It says that at the end of Paper Moon, the drifter, right, the Mandalorian figure, brings the orphan, the Grogu figure, to its family, her family, takes her to her aunt's house. Now her aunt has a beautiful home, has a room set up for her. She has her very own room. She's got everything she needs. It's a perfect place to raise a child. And the drifter takes her there, and she's reportedly going to stay with her aunt. Everything's perfect, but she runs away to go back to the drifter within just a very short time after she arrives. So Paper Moon, that's how it ends. Jon Favreau, Mandalorian was written after Paper Moon. That's what he wrote The Mandalorian around. That's what it was modeled after. And since you see the end of Paper Moon ending with the orphan returning back to the father figure, Mandalorian, we see him delivered to Luke Skywalker, the family. we would expect the orphan to return back to the father figure very soon, very soon. And that's the thing about Paper Moon. She doesn't stay there very long. She stays for a very short time before she goes, maybe 1 or 2 nights. That's about it. And then she runs away from home and joins the Drifter on the road. I fully expect Grogu to come back in a very short time period back to Din Djarin. And people feel like that's not it. That he needs to spend more time with Luke, that he needs to be trained as a Jedi, all of that. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I think he's going to stay with Luke for a very short time and go right back to Din. Din is in, and Grogu's too risky. Dale, Grogu's coming back home. That's the way I see it, Dale. Grogu, 50-50. Grogu's in Book of Boba, then Luke will most likely be. Not sure. She runs away from home, my friends. She runs away from home. And I encourage you, go watch the movie. It's available for free on Pluto TV. You can stream it. And you can watch the movie yourself. You can see the parallels between The Mandalorian. And just know, Jon Favreau told Kathleen Kennedy that that's what he based The Mandalorian off of. This isn't Santa saying it. Jon Favreau said it. Aiden, it's got to be it has got to be a safe bet. Gray say 50-50. Anthony, risky speculation for Grogu. Matt, Grogu's with Luke. He's not in the Book of Boba. Going with the risky speculation. You're leading for Mando season 3, maybe. Dale, be episode 4 or 5. Luke will bring Grogu back to Din. I'm with you, Dale. You're on Santa's page. Very, very good, Aiden. I think it might cause a problem in the series because connection to Din is too strong. Yeah. All new nerds. I think he'll be with the Luke from the end of season 2 to at least most of season 3. This time jump means he'll be with Luke for a while, in my opinion. Oh, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. And from what the speculation has been, as far as with like Wayne's grandson and people who saw Pedro Pascal and Grogu in shooting in the Book of Boba Fett, the speculation is it'll be towards the end of the season of the Book of Boba Fett when Din shows up with Grogu. And I think that's what's going to happen. To me, I feel 50-50 that Luke would show up there too. But I think it's very possible we just might see Din show up with Grogu, like we didn't skip a beat. And then it'll leave open the question, well, how'd you get Grogu? Like, didn't he just go with Luke? Look, hang on. Mark, seems risky, but if they follow Paper Moon as intended, he's got to be renewed to Din pretty quickly. Yes. Book of Boba Fett. Yep. You guys... Kindle, risky bisky. Oh, very good. We're going to get Grogu'd. Oh, you guys, look, I'm putting it out there. All new nerds. I mean, Disney wants to keep Grogu on screen as much as they can. Well, that's true. I do believe Grogu will go back to Din, just not sure if it'll be in the Book of Boba. So, my friends, here's Santa is going out on the limb, and I'm saying safe bet. Safe bet. You heard it here, and Santa can rage out. You guys can troll me, just like I trolled Josh. Just like I trolled Josh when we didn't get Sabine and Ezra in season 2 of Mando. You guys, the invite is there. You can troll Santa all you want if Grogu doesn't show up in the Book of Boba Fett. I'm going safe bet, my friends. I'm going safe bet. What about Mace in the Book of Boba, though? Ooh, there you go, Kindle. We'll add this in as a bonus here towards the end. I've got to close down the stream just a little bit early today. But what about the risky? So you guys, let's take Kindle's question. Mace in the Book of Boba Fett. How do you feel? Safe bet or risky speculation? Right? Let's see. Say take Grogu, Mando. Let's see if we get Mace and Carbonite and Slave One. The way I feel about it, Kendall, I'll go Book of Boba Fett. Sheev the Wise. Very risky. Very risky. 50-50. I'm struggling with this one, Kendall. That's a really good question. Really good one. I'm going to say risky speculation. There you go. Risky speculation for Mace Windu in the Book of Boba Fett. There you go. Backstory could include Grogu. Yes. I'll reserve. Look, I'll reserve my response to change if we see Grogu and Mace in the Bad Batch. We get the backstory there that Mace saved Grogu in the Bad Batch. Then my odds go way high for Book of Boba Fett. But for now, I'll say risky. Mace could be the Luke for the Book of Boba Fett finale. Absolutely could be. Aiden, for sure, risky speculation. Kendall, safe bet. No, I'm not going to say you're wrong, Kendall. I just not quite there. Oh, and I did see this, that Ming-Na Wen may have already revealed it in that interview. I think that's fair. That's fair, Matt. That's absolutely fair. Definite for Mace to show up. Oh, you're going safe bet. Safe bet. Look, we're divided. We've got a divided. We've divided the fandom again. The fandom is split. Put it out there. Fandom divided over Mace Windu and Book of Boba Fett. Rage videos. It's Dale. It's not about spaceships. It's about fan service. There you go. Going off of Jason Ward's. She did say something about interacting with a Jedi. What did she say? Ming-Na Wen was talking. She was interviewing. She's talking how she is a trifecta. She showed up in a Disney as a Disney princess, as a Marvel hero, in a Marvel series, and as a Star Wars figure. So she's a trifecta. And the only other one that kind of bridges all three like that is Samuel L. Jackson. So and she was talking about meeting and talking with Samuel L. Jackson. But the question was, while she was on set of what? The context of the interview was Star Wars. The context of that part of the discussion could be interpreted either way, Marvel or Star Wars. So we don't have, so it's all is how you read what Ming-Na Wen said. So my friends, I'm sorry, I do have to close out early today. You guys are absolutely the best. And again, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And look, the monetization was enabled today, our very first monetization stream. And we'll be working very hard to get our membership levels set up, and we'll get the super chats enabled, those kind of things. Santa's birthday is coming up on the 22nd. We're going to have a huge celebration stream. We're going to be inviting some friends to come in, and we will get everything kicked off officially with our membership levels on the 22nd of July. So up until then, look, I've had a lot of fun chatting with you all today. We're having a lot of fun. I've got a new microphone here. I've got some new stuff coming to mount the microphone so we can kind of get rid of some noise that comes with it, because it's a super sensitive mic. So I've got some stuff coming in to shock absorb, and you won't hear as much noise. But we're getting the studio set up more better. We're getting all the equipment upgraded so that we can give you the best content we can. Thank you again so much. You guys all mean the world to me. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I can't wait to talk to you next time. Until then, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the force be with you. Bye-bye.